Hello everyone, welcome back. If you haven't caught it yet, the first episode of my new series, The Sicilian Defence, is out and live. You can catch it on my channel or look for the playlist and you should be able to find it. Today we have a review of the season 2022-2023 and a transfer special, but having been promoted from League 2 to League 1, today we could get promoted as champions. Hello and welcome to episode 30 of To Be the Legend. My name is Mark, and on today's episode we have the transfer special, the roundup of the season just gone. But before that, as mentioned in the intro, we have one game left to play which could see us as champions of League 2. Who would have thought that at the start of the season? Despondency at one point that we might end up getting relegated, and then we weren't even sure whether we'd end up mid-table, looking over our shoulders at one point, I think, to see how much of a gap there was between us and the last relegation place. But we have ended up in a position, as you'll see from this table, 83 points, top of the table. 1 point in front of Oxford United. Oxford United have lost the 3 games now on the trot since we beat them. They've lost 2 more games since and have left them in the position that they are in, where they are very precarious in as much as they may not go up as champions. At one point Walsall looked as if they were going to romp away with it. They have got themselves promoted, but only as 3rd place in the end, so they fell away badly. As it is. So yes, that's how we are. What's happened since you were last with us? We've only played one game. That was the game against Barrow, which we won 2-1, which is what's put us into this position. If we have a quick look at that, because as we are going to squeeze this in to this episode, we don't want to leave it too late. As you'll see, they scored after 31 minutes, and it looked highly likely that we would end up pretty much 2nd, maybe even 3rd for the campaign, which at the end of the day, as I've already said, we were doing quite happy with. But Fidel O'Rourke on 66 minutes and Harvey Blair on 79 minutes had other ideas, and those other ideas were, come on boss, we can go up as champions. So that's what we are doing. I'm not quite sure whether we're going to get the goal or not. I did click on it. Yes, we are. So we're going to see Fidel O'Rourke's goal. Cross in, headed clear by Bridge, out to Osterfield. Willis picks it up on the edge of the area. O'Rourke near the penalty spot, blasts it in the back of the net. That was the equaliser. And then, some 13 minutes later, this happened. Ogunby to Shenton. Shenton to O'Rourke. To Riley. Through for Blair. And Blair's put it in the corner. We have won this game that we didn't really expect to win, having gone a goal down after 31 minutes. And that was the game against Barrow, which leaves us with today's game with Morecambe, who are 23rd. And as we saw from the table, didn't want to do that. I really didn't want to do that either. Let's try that. We're going all wrong now. As you'll see, they are bottom of the table. They can still survive, so they have something to play for. So it's going to be an interesting game. If they lose today, they are relegated, and they do need to win. Barrow, who we beat last time out, are the other team that are in a bit of a dodgy situation. But then Cheltenham aren't completely clear. Scunthorpe have just about survived. So that is where we're at. Let's go through to the game against Morecambe and see if we can become champions of League 2. And this is the team that we are putting out to play Morecambe in this final game of our League 2 season. And also the opportunity to become champions of League 2. So it's Smith in goal, Landullo, Broughton, Sage and Kilner in defence. Bennett is suspended after accumulating 15 yellow cards. He's out for 3 games. So this is first. He'll miss the first 2 games of next season as well. Osterfield and Willis are our central midfield, with Blair and Ogamy taking up the attacking wide midfield players, and then O'Rourke and Cardwell up front. On the bench today we have Fodacek, Dwyer, Coyle, Biggins, Sterling James, Ashley Seal and Riley. Not much to say really, other than let's hope we can start this episode and with a win, but also that we can finish our season on a big high. Let's hope. There is the team sheets, and we'll pump fists and we'll say, come on lads, win this one for the fans, seal the title for us. Or are we just gonna we'll go with that one. Right, let's pick up those that didn't really cheer up. They're okay, they're motivated. Osterfield will obviously have to start making decisions on whether some of these players come back in where they've been in with us on loan for next season. We're all motivated, we're all good to go, and we're underway. We are on telly for this one, of course. Won 4, drawn 1 of our last 5 games. Morecambe have only won 1 of their last 5. And there is the table as it currently stands. And we are underway. Right, what I am going to do is just sort this out, because we won't see what's going on if we don't. Morecambe stats, there we go. Right. Away we go. Not much happening in this first. Oxford United are losing, which means we win the become champions by default if we just manage a draw here, which is going to be a bit of a shame. Let's hope this isn't a damp squib. And we've got an injury to Cardwell now. 22 minutes, 23 minutes gone, and I think the obvious choice was saying bring on Benny Ashley Seal. I am tempted to bring on Riley, but Ashley Seal's motivated. Maybe that's the reason why. Right. Pump fists. Have faith in you, get out and make a difference. So a forced change after 23 minutes. Cardwell going to end the season on the bench. Oxford United have equalised now, so they're tucked back in behind us. Ogamy has picked up a yellow card and we're through to half time. No highlights in that first half. Obviously very close, very tight. I have to also make the decision as time goes on. Do we right? Seems motivated, demotivated. Osterfield is demotivated. Why? Pump fists. Looking to make a difference. No, you're capable. Go and do it. Will Sage is apprehensive. Same for him. We're all motivated again. Peter LaRocque. Come on, you can do this. Ogunby has picked up a yellow card, so we're going to basically advise him to avoid another booking. I think we're good to go for the second half. And if we don't, we're going to get a highlight. Morecambe have the throw in as it stands. Lundello in close attendance. And we've dropped down to second, which means Oxford must have taken the lead. And ooh, Smith puts that around for a corner. So currently in second place. Not going to be promoted as champions as it stands. We need to win now, guys. Ogunby has won the ball in midfield and goes rushing up front. He's been tripped. And that gotta be didn't come to anything. What? Not sure what that was all about. Ogunby was tripped. Badly tripped. And it's not looking thingy, is it? Right. First of all, let's fire the team up. Let's go attacking and see if we can turn this around a little bit. And we might be making our little trick fairly shortly where O'Rourke goes back onto the wing. Willis not having a game this time, and I think that's the difference. We've gone back on top, which means there must have been an equaliser in the Oxford game. Looking for a way through here. Ogunby has, well, actually Seal won the ball. Ogunby's picked it up. Ogunby's going on his own. Is he going to score? He is! And we are 1-0 after 64 minutes. Ogunby with the goal. And Ashley Seal winning that ball. And Ogunby puts it away. Does that mean that Ashley Seal gets an assist for that? I don't know. He does indeed get an assist for that. And well done too. .66 minutes gone, and we'll go through a little bit. Kilner's picked up a yellow card now. We need to get him to calm down. Confirm the shout. I think we'll leave it at that for the minute. And Oxford United went 2-1 up against Notts County, and then Notts County have brought it back to 2-2. 78 minutes gone. We have a corner. I think, no, a free kick. Landello with the free kick. All well saved. And it's been pushed out for a throw-in. Are we going to see the throw-in? No, we're not. Right. We're picking up a number of yellow cards here now. We need to calm down. Let's tell the team to calm down. We're going back to positive for the minute. Also want to do, I can't do it for the minute. Let's have a look, see if we need to make some changes here. Ogunby is tired, but he's having a good game. Fidel O'Rourke isn't, and I am tempted to swap them two over because that's the general thing. Riley on for Ogunby, and we'll leave the other player spare for the minute just in case. Confirm sub, and here we go. We could pick up a fine any more yellow cards. Kilner with a throw into O'Rourke. O'Rourke back to Kilner. Kilner crosses it in, but it's well defended, and that's been put wide. And Notts County 3-2 now against Oxford. Oxford have to score twice to come back from there, and it seems highly unlikely. Broughton with a header clear to Riley. Riley's come all the way back to Kilner now. Kilner crosses it for Blair to Lundullo. Lundullo inside to Blair. Blair now round his man. He's still got one player outside him. He's going to go back for Lundullo. Lundullo crosses in. I think that was for Riley, but didn't get it. And they've got a counter-attack on. We're going to have to be careful here. They have Marcus Mendes-Gomez. He's going to equalise, which throws it all into Thingy again. And we invited that, really, didn't we? Go back to attacking. Shout at the guys. Can't at the moment. I don't know why. That really annoys me, and that needs to be a fix. Surely, if you were in a real life situation, you would be able to shout more times to your players, especially if something has happened, i.e. a goal or something like that. You need. We were carved open there, and that's not good. We are still top. We have a throw in on the far side. Kilner to O'Rourke. O'Rourke back to Kilner. That's cleared upfield. Sage to Willis. Oh, Willis gives the ball away. We're in trouble here. Please no. And Smith makes the save. That's gone out for a corner. And Ashley Seal, he's been tripped. And the referee does give a free kick this time. Are we going to see the free kick? We are. Lundullo. Stay onside, guys. That's dropped, and Sage picks it up. He's lost the ball, and it's gone out for a throw on that far side. We are in time added on. Time added on, and that's all over. We have drawn with Morecambe. Well, 1-1. Is it enough to get us promoted? Let's have a look in just a moment. This, I thought, was the end of our... Now, suggesting we've not seen any... We didn't. We must have lost it. We haven't got the big highlight, and well, outstretched arms, hands on hip, point finger. I'm disappointed that you couldn't seal the title. And well, I think Ogunby deserves a... I'm proud of your performance. You earned a rest. Otherwise, generally disappointing. I think Cardwell being injured. Okay, so I'm not quite sure what happened there, because we have actually gone up as champions. But we didn't get the fireworks and what have you at the end of the thing, because it... never mind. I thought Oxford had come back and actually won dramatically. So we do get promoted as champions. Fantastic. Good start to the episode. Right, let's motor on then, and we have a review of the season 22-23. We are promoted to League One. So how did we finish that end of the season before we do the end of season review? But as you'll see, the run-in was a undefeated run-in after we lost 3-1 to Milton Keynes Dons. in those last games. Obviously, you saw the 1-0 win against Oxford United, which pretty much put us in box seat, and then following that, Stevenage, Barrow 1-1, Barrow 2-1, and then the 1-1 draw against Morecambe on the last day of the season, which effectively won us the league. And if we have a look, you'll see the playoffs still not been completed. We will pick those up in a short while, but the league table as it finished up, we were top, 84 points, 2 points clear of Oxford in second. Walsall, the other automatic promoted side, on 79 points. They just squeezed in with Tranmere, Chorley, Southend and Grimsby in the playoff positions on 78, 74, 73 and 73. Just missing out on goal difference pretty much were Colchester, who finished in that 8th position there. So that was how it ended up. What I always like to do at this particular juncture in time is just have a look at the other detail that sits behind this. So the home record for the season, 23 games, of course, at home. We were top, best at home. We won 15, drew 7 and lost only 1 game at home. That game against Milton Keynes Dons. 64-4, 27 against, a goal difference of 37. Colchester were, though they finished 8th, were second best home record, having lost 4 games. And then also going up just behind us, Oxford United. They finished down here in 4th place, having finished 2nd. So their home record not quite as good as ours. Maybe that's where we beat them. Away from home, we weren't quite so good. As you will see from this, we finished 6th in the away from homes, only picking up 32 points on the road, whereas Southend picked up 42 and Oxford picking up 37, losing 6 games, and we lost 7 games away from home against Grimsby, Port Vale, Carlisle, Crawley, Tranmere, Cheltenham and Scunthorpe. But all in all, I think we did all right. 42 for 39 against a +3 goal difference in that particular situation. First half of the season, how did we do? So this is away, home and away. As you'll see, we were down in 7th place overall for the first half of the season. Walsall and Oxford United there at the top. So that gives you a bit of an idea, a bit of a flavour as to what happened in the second half of the season. So we didn't have such a good first half of the season, but second half of the season we did okay. Walsall picking up, they were flying at this point, 51 points from their first half of the season, only losing 2 games. Those 2 games that they lost were, it's not going to play ball now, he says. Is it going to do? No, it's not. So we might have to go to the second stage of the season. And as you'll see, second half of the season, Swindon Town having a swim in second half of the season. Really chumped away at that. We were second. Oxford down here in 5th place. There were Walsall, second half of the season, compared to the first half of the season, was absolutely abysmal, which is why they dropped away. Otherwise, they'd have romped to the title. And they finished way down here. What's that? 4, 6, 8, 10th, 12th, 14th, about 15th place for the second half of the season. So all in all, not good really, was it? Combined puts it back together, and as you'll see, away, home and aways, that's how it all ended up at the end of the day. Last 5 games, that also tells a story. We had the 4th best run in for the last 5 games. Port Vale, Tranmere and Oldham were in front of us. Walsall down here and Oxford United, well, they didn't win 1 of their last 5. So again, tells a story, I think, them and Walsall. And that's how it all came together. Media prediction, 24th We were 24th. Media prediction finished first. Oxford were predicted to be first, finished second. Walsall were predicted to be fifth and finished third. And the rest I will leave you to have a quick cursory eye. The one thing they did get right, well, in fact, they got two right. Cheltenham's 20th and Morecambe 23rd. Carlisle, who went down in 24th, they had them finishing in 18th, and Scunthorpe in 19th, with Barrow in 17th. So they were the bottom four positions as it was. So worth £1. You'd have got £151 back had you put that £1 on at the start of the season. Put a fiver on, or even a tenner, you'd have been rich. You'd have been buying me a drink when the pubs reopen. Right, without any more to do, let's go back to that season review, if we can find it. We can. It's here. Let's have a look at this season review then. Next. And so, away we go. New arrivals coming in. We had a reasonably good pre-season leading into this particular campaign. Fidel O'Rourke, he came in, played 49 games as substitute. He scored 31 goals and 12 assists, a 7.27 average rating. Fantastic. Came in from Liverpool, so very good on him, and obviously we'd look to try and keep him if we could. Bryn Morris, who came in from, and now we're going to jump out because it's still broken. He came in from Portsmouth. Going back, well, no, it hasn't. Maybe they fixed it. 1.5k we brought him in for. Bryn Morris, he went out on loan in the end. Made one appearance, a 7.20. So we brought him in as backup, but didn't really need him in the end. Will Sage, young centre back, came in from Bristol City, did exceedingly well. 16 games, one assist, 7.13. Tom Smith, the goalkeeper who came in from Arsenal, actually turned out to be very well. Pretty much he was there all season, the ever-present. 48 appearances, 3 assists, so 3 long balls, 7.12 in the end. That's quite good for a goalkeeper. Reece Bennett came in from Manchester United, 41 appearances, 1 assist, 7.09. Harvey Blair, also in from Liverpool, was he put in a good shift. 47 appearances, 3 as substitute, 27 goals, 9 assists, 7.05. Max Broughton, who was on loan from Rotherham, 37 appearances, 1 substitute, 1 assist, 6.99. Ellis Landolo from Swindon, 46 appearances, 3 off the bench, 2 goals, 10 assists, a 6.97. And then we came with Benny Ashley Seal, Marcus Iffill, Josh Usterfield, Joe Willis, who missed quite a few games because I got really grumpy with him, Liam Coyle, Oliver Kilner, and Bo Anderson, who didn't really make any appearances last season. I think he was in previous season. We kept him on, but then bought him in. Actually bought him because he was on loan. Bought him in, but then he hasn't really done a lot. But we've kept him because he is a future prospect. So my assistant manager keeps telling me. Right, how did we do? Well, a season to remember. It was a season unlikely yet jubilant success for Chorley, who's consistently defied the odds from the outset and were eventually crowned champions. Well, we didn't. We had a bit of an iffy start. That 6-2 win against Southend was quite nice, but yeah, all in all, it was a bit of a bumpy start to start off with. And I thought for a minute we were going to live up to the aspirations of the media expectations of us ending up near the bottom of the table. But as it was, we didn't really do too bad. The board are delighted. We finished first, an average gate of 3,502, which is about 68% of capacity. Fidel O'Rourke, top scorer with 27 goals. You know all about the table. We're not going to go over that again. The FA Cup, we've got through to the third round. All with the board expectation was to be competitive. Again, 68% of was our average home attendance. Ogunby and O'Rourke, top scorers, 3 goals each. The board were delighted that we reached the third round, and they didn't really have any expectation of us. We got past Chester with a 4-2 win away from home. In fact, we never played at home in the FA Cup. Bradford City, a 6-2 win away from home. And Portsmouth, we lost 2-1 in the end. So it wasn't bad. Portsmouth, I think, are championship fodder. We're going to find out. Yes, they are championship fodder. There we go. So that's really good. In the Caribou Cup, we got knocked out in the third round against Newcastle. Good game that was. We give them a real good game. Lost on penalties. Nothing to be sorry for there. Always expected to be competitive. Harrison Biggins was top scorer with 2 goals. Board was delighted with a C+. Huddersfield Town 1-0. Rochdale 2-0, and then, as I say, that 3-3 against Newcastle United. Then the Papa John's pizza trophy. It's a trophy in the shape of a pizza. No, it's not. Final position, we got to the Northern Section second round. Henry Ogunby, top scorer with 3 goals. And how did we get through? Well, Barrow Association, we lost 2-1. We beat Lincoln City a 6-2 in the second game. A 1-1 draw against Manchester United under 23s. I think we lost to them on penalties in that one. And then got qualified for the knockout stages and then lost 4-0 to Norwich City under 23s. They were a little bit of a cut above us. That's how we did in competitions. Moments to remember. Our biggest win was against Grimsby Town, a 6-0 win. Goals from Biggins, O'Rourke, 2 from Cardwell and 2 from Harvey Blair. Was that win way back in October. Good 6-0 win against Grimsby. And then the match to remember apparently was the one back in September. 3-1 win against Notts County. Lewis Riley, Harvey Blair and Liam Coyle scoring the goals in reply to Rodriguez' goal from Notts County. Goal of the season was Sterling James, a 90-minute memorable goal from him, a run from inside his own area at half before hitting an effort from 20 yards out. Let's see that if we can. I think we might have to go in this way to have a look. It's a shame they don't give you the link in order to do it. Sterling James, goal of the season, which we'll see in a moment when the computers decided to, there we go, decided to give up. There we go. Picks it up inside his own half, goes on a bit of a run. I'm not sure who that was that was tripped there actually. And a lovely curved ball into the back of the net. Fantastic. So let's just see that again, because I want to see who gets tripped up. No, I don't want to see. That's what I want to do. I want to click on the wrong bit. Right, who gets tripped here? I think he ran into his man actually. It's O'Rourke. But as it was, I think if O'Rourke had managed to keep running, then Sterling might have passed it to him. Whereas it was, he actually had to take the shot, and lovely curled ball. What a goal that was. Worthy of the accolade of a goal of the season, our goal of the season. That was on Bonfire Night, 5th of November. They've obviously fixed the thing where it comes back now, because we haven't got digged out. Saying that, it will drop out in a minute. Club reputation, regional 1.5 stars. Nothing new there. New sponsorship deals, no. Notable deal, no. Our sponsorship revenue was up by about 20,000. Broadcast revenue up, which you would expect because of the being in League 2. Corporate and hospitality was also up. Competition prize money pretty much the same as last season. And matchday commercial retail down slightly on the previous season. Shirt sales, 687 shirts sold. O'Rourke was top scorer. Blair, Cardwell, Riley and Oakenby, the other big boys in that one. How do we line up? This was the team of the season apparently. Smith in goal, Landello, Broughton, Bennett, Kilner in defence, Murray and Biggins in central midfield, with Blair and Oakenby our attacking midfielders and Cardwell and O'Rourke being our strikers up front. Pretty much how we lined up, I think, as the season went on. A 4-2-4 formation with the custom vertical tiki-taka. Accolades, manager awards, Vanarama National Manager of the Year. I won that, I think, in that particular thing. Fans Player of the Season. So these are the club awards. Fans Player of the Season was Harry Cardwell. Young Player of the Season, Fidel O'Rourke. Signing of the season, they reckon, was Reece Bennett. Goal of the season, we've already seen it, Amari Sterling James. Top goal scorer, Fidel O'Rourke, 31 goals and most assists, Harry Cardwell, with an unlucky 13, as it turns out. Vanarama National League Player of the Season. This was competition awards. Lewis Raleigh won that one. And he also won the top goal scorer from the Vanarama National League. That was the previous season, of course. Record breakers, Henry Oakenby, 3 goals in a match. Wasn't the only player, I think, to do that. Most goals by a player in a league match, 3. Reece Bennett, he was the naughty boy of the season. 18 yellow cards, 2 red cards he got for the season. And the fastest goal was Harry Cardwell, a goal after 13 seconds. I'm not sure where that came, actually. We may be able to find out at a future date and find out how we got that 13-second goal. We might find that in a minute. So, history in the making. Hard work and effort paid off on the pitch. Feet didn't go unrewarded at our end of season's award ceremony. So that's how we finished up. Chorley League 2 champions. Chorley dared to dream, and thanks to a great run way back at the start of the season, their promotion dreams came true. That comes from the Sports Bible. Right, without any more to do, I can actually tell you, I think I alluded to it in the intro, the transfers not going particularly well this season. So we will come back as we usually do, but they are going to be very quick bumpity bumps from June, July, and then we will go for a big update before the start of the season and episode 31 comes along. So bear with me for a minute, and what we'll also do is try and see if we can find out Cardwell's wonder goal after 13 seconds. Well, you rejoin us on the 1st of June, but I did promise you that 13-second goal. There's the clock at the top of 13 seconds. It's actually nearer 14. It's 13 and a bit. I'd have had it down as 14, but there you go. Right, so we have kick-off. We have Cardwell kicking off. Passes the ball back to Bennett. Bennett to Broughton. Broughton back to Bennett. Bennett to Shenton. Shenton fires one upfield for Cardwell, and Cardwell puts that away. It was a 3-0 win against Mansfield Town on the 7th of January, that one. And that was the 13-second goal, as it turned out. Right, without any more to do, let's have a look at the transfers. What I must tell you is that we have a wage budget for this season of £48,076. We have a transfer budget of 474,955, near enough 475,000, which is very good. Currently spending just 16,000, committed spending of 21. So we're obviously going to expect some dropouts here. But at the moment, well under budget. Only we're using about a third of it, but I'm sure that will go up because expectation in League One is for high wages. So I'm sure that will go. As you will see, we have lots of irons in the fire, lots of stuff not happening at the moment. We've done the usual way of looking at things. We have worked our way through. We've looked at the retained lists from different teams, gone through and picked off some of the players that might be interested. Some obviously rejected from the outset, so we've scouted those and gone back to them. As you'll see here, Devante Barker, we have actually managed to secure. He's agreed to come in. He's a defensive. We'll have a look at them in a minute. Defensive right and left back, can also play in centre, can play across the defensive line. He's going to join us on the 6th of June, very, very shortly. He comes in from Manchester City, but we also looked at Andy Paul from Leicester, Odra from Manchester City, Ayoma from Tottenham, Pozo from Manchester City, James Morton from Bristol City, Jenna from Bristol City, and Etete from Tottenham. They are the ones that they've already, as you can see, contracts rejected here, and also those two players rejecting coming in on trial. So, as you see, having a bit of a hard time to start off with, as it turns out. Nothing to see on here at the moment. Nobody in, nobody out. It's all pretty much as you were. I did say we're going to be hopping very, very quickly. So without any more to do, not a lot else to tell you, let's hop forward to July the 1st. And here we are on July the 1st again. Nothing really happening, but one big thing has happened. I've been interviewed for a job with Ross County of the Championship in Scotland, and I have been offered the job. I have turned it down. However, I did make a save of the Ross County. So at the point I did two saves, carried on with this save and rejected it. But I've also saved it as if I'd accepted the role as well. What I'd like to see is some big thumbs up, and also if you leave me comments down in the comments section and let me know whether I should pick up a series, To Be Legend series, which takes me to Ross County. I know the idea of the save is to move, but the only thing that I had going for it was that it was more money. Stature of the club wasn't much difference. We'd just been promoted from League 2 to League 1, and I really wanted to keep the momentum going. Probably live to regret it, but I wanted to keep the momentum going. Had we not got promoted, had we missed out on promotion and stuff like that, then I may, had that opportunity come up, I may well have taken that opportunity to go to Ross County. Really thinking that we perhaps had hit the line of what we can achieve here at Chorley. But as it turns out, that's not what I did. I did actually, as I say, reject it, and we're staying here at Chorley for the purpose of this save. Obviously, if another club comes in, bigger club, higher in the table, got more momentum, then we will take it. But as I say, didn't really see much thing as we were doing extremely well, and I just felt that I still had work to do. Unfinished business, I think, is the word. Right, you will see Devante Barker, as mentioned, he has actually joined us now. Nobody coming in apart from him and going out as it currently stands. He is a full fullback, prefers to be on the right, I think, compared to the left. You see, he's not quite so good. He's not quite so good in the middle, but he can play in all three of those defensive positions. So we're really, really pleased with him. A tackling of 14. All in all, looks quite good. Career stats wise, he's not played in the Premier League. He's been with Manchester City and was released through their system. So we've been lucky to pick him up and done a great job there. Nobody going out as it currently stands. One other coming in, a Romain Mundle. So he is 20 years old. He's come in from Tottenham. Best positioned as a Mazzala. A 3.5 star current ability, 4 star, maybe 5 star potential ability. So he's got scope, good technique, good passing, which is good for a thing. Good at decisions, determination, vision, work rate. He's good at acceleration, pace, stamina, etc., etc. So yeah, all in all. Should be quite good for our central midfield position. That is a Romain Mundle, and we've got him in on a 2-year contract until June 2025 on 850 a week. What else can we say? Realistically, let's go to Transfer Centre. You can see not a lot going on. We have a few loans and stuff going around. Harvey Blair, he's had his head turned a little bit. Sheffield Wednesday and Swansea both in for him. Neither hitting the magic 200,000. I think it's 200,000 is his. Sorry, 230,000 is his release clause. So obviously if one of them hits that, he's gone. So luckily that's not the case. That has happened to Reece Bennett though. He has been schmoozed by Queen's Park Rangers, and they've hit the magic 200,000, and he technically is under contract discussions with them as it currently stands. Not looking promising. Odora from Manchester City, we have made a bid for him along with Stoke, Barnsley and Coventry, so not holding out a massive amount of hope that he will come in. He is a right-sided, as you'll know. Hughes is injured for a couple of more months yet, so we're looking for backup for him. We have got Devante Barker, so I think we will be all right, and we've got Kilner there as well. So that's what's going on at the moment. I don't think there's a lot else to report. We have had the initial schedule for the new season. As you'll see, we've got 6 friendlies lined up, and then we've got an opening day against Rochdale at home, and then a home game against Wigan. So we're home for the first 2 games of the league season, and then we've got an EFL Cup first round, League One, then Sunderland and Cambridge in the league. So Stadium Alight we will be visiting at some point this season, so looking forward to that. Right, without any more to do, let's go through to the end of pretty much up to date, up to the first game of the season, just before episode 31, and see what we've done transfer wise. So I'm not holding out much hope. Things not going really our way. We've schmoozed quite a few, we've offered quite a few, and they've gone to other teams, and in some cases gone for less money than we were offering them in wages. So it's nothing to do with wages. We've got plenty of wage budget, as you'll see, 19,000 currently in there being spent, so we're well under that by nearly 30,000. Not got a problem budget wise for wages. It's purely our stature as a club, I think, that's not doing us any good. But if they don't want to join us, that's their loss. When we go up into the Championship at the end of this season, maybe. And as you will see, we are 4 days away from the end of the season. Sorry, the end of the start of the season. Even not the end of the season, but yeah. So let's have a quick look at more transfers. As you'll see, there's quite a bit of activity going on. We are in contract talks with Corey Roberts. He is a defender. Quick look. Right-sided defender. And he is on a freebie, $975 a week. Then we have Bailey Clements, who is a left-sided, can also play wing-back on the left side. He's 22 years old. 3.4 thousand a week. Julian Lammy can play pretty much anything in the midfield and attacking midfield, and also as a striker. Good player. 1.9 a week, and those two the other way round I would have made more sense, but that's how it was negotiated. We're also going for a loan with Zach Emerson. He is an attacker, he's a striker, looking for that goal power up front. 3.5 star potential ability. Current ability, do I have current ability here? Let's have a look. Let's have a look at Zach Emerson. Zach Emerson overview. Yeah, so he's 3.5 star current, 3.5, 4, 5 star potential abilities, slightly better than Harvey Blair. Hopefully he can put the goals away. Good first touch, which is always comes from Brighton, so we'll have him on a season loan, all being well. Couple of staff coming in, but that's how we've got nobody going out at this stage. Let's have a look at transfer history. As you see, we have brought in a few. Nobody going out. Still clear of people going out, which is good. There's certain players who don't really want to go. I think Romain Mundell was in last time. Max Broughton, we've brought back on loan from Rotherham for another season. Know all about him. Good defender, and we did actually try and schmooze him to see if he would come permanently, but he didn't want to. Connor Stanley, he's come in. He can play left or right, attacking midfield. Not fantastic, but he can play out there, and he's got a good first touch, good technique. 2.5 star current ability, 3 to 4 star potential ability. 21 years old, so he will be an asset to the team, I'm sure, as they gel together and the season goes on. I think he was previously at Burton Albion. He was Bristol Rovers. So Manchester United, Bristol Rovers, Burton Albion on an exchange, and then he's come to us. We've paid 30,000 for him, so he better be up to it. That's money spent. We don't usually spend money. Jack Wakely, he's a central defender, 3 star current ability, 4 star potential ability. Not fantastic at tackling. I'm not quite sure what was going on there, but anyway, he was in on trial and has done quite well. Was at Oxford United on loan last season, previously at Derby County, and before that at Chelsea. So he's got around a bit. Matty Wolf, 3 star current ability, 4 star potential ability, 23 years old. He has come from Gillingham, Barnsley prior to that. Sorry, he was at loan at Gillingham from Barnsley. So he's come from Barnsley, Notts County. Well, he's not actually come from Barnsley. I think he's come in on a free, so he was released by Barnsley, but that's pretty much where he's been. He's been on loan at Notts County, and then was on loaned to Gillingham, where he played 35 games last season for 6.7. So we'll see how he gets on this season. And then we have brought in from Fleetwood for 140,000 with potential for 170,000. Ben Morris, pretty much brought him in specifically for attacking, 14 finish, 12 first touch. He's also good at crossing, so he's stacking up quite well here. His jumping reach isn't particularly good, so he won't be any good at headers, but he's okay. So we've brought him in, but he can also play in these attacking midfield roles, which will be useful to say the least. And he can play on either side without anything. So he's 3-star all the way round. So quite a good little utility player. Ben Morris, watch out that name. Can he be top scorer this season? That's all the incomings up to date. Tactics wise, we've not really changed the tactics around. You'll see that I've still got the side. This is possibly the side that we will be using for the first game of the season, and as you'll see, it's the usual candidates for nobody in defence. Wakely's not getting a game. Murray and Mundle coming in, so Mundle's one player that we will see who's new. Otherwise, and Connor Stanley on the right instead of Ogunby. But apart from that, everybody else pretty much familiar faces, as is the bench as it currently stands. We'll have a look and titivate that as things move on. Right, I think that's all said and done. How are we doing financially? Financially, we're a bit more spent up. 33,000 is currently what we're spending. We do have a couple more irons in the fire, so to speak, so committed potentially, because it always allows for offers as well. 44,000, so we will be a tad under budget, and if that's where we settle, then that is all well and good. So we'll be reasonably happy. We might need to do a few more small tweaks. I think certainly want another central defender possibly, and another midfielder to shore us up, but if we can do that, then we will be looking quite good. Right, without any more to do, I think that is pretty much the rounded up season review and transfer special to date. We will come back on episode 31 with two games, Rochdale and Wigan in League One. Well, I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. If you have, don't forget to leave me that big thumbs up, subscribe and hit the notification button, which keeps you up to date with all future episodes of this and any new series as they are released. To watch out for the Sicilian Defence new series, which is out. When is it out? Is it out already? I need to check my rota here to see where we are in the scheme of things. Yes, you've had 2 episodes. No, you have a one-up episode last Tuesday, which was the Meet the Team, the first 2 games of the Sicilian Defence. Tomorrow on this channel, see how we go. It should be interesting. New episodes of this, of course, are released every Monday and Thursday at 4:15 p.m. And if you follow me on Twitter at JustOffside2, we'll keep you up to date with all that's going on this channel and lots more besides. I'll thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you on the next episode, which is episode 31 of To Be a Legend, and it'll be out on Monday. Till then, goodbye.